Yeah, welcome everybody to my video on 6mm Samurai. Two different companies that I recently purchased 6mm Samurai armies from. On the left hand side you can see the 2D6, and on the right hand side you can see an example of Baccus 6mm bows. So what we're looking at here are two different sized 6mm stands. You can see the one on the left, the 2D6, a little bit smaller than the Baccus 6mm. I decided to see what the height difference is between the ground and to the eyes. 2D6 on the left is 6mm. The Baccus is 7mm, and I just pulled these right out of the bag and glued them down to show you what they look like shipped when I received them. You can see that there's been some damage to both the 2D6 bows and also the this one right here, the Baccus bows. Seems like this one has been as well, a little damaged. So you can definitely see that there's a height difference between the two and some detail differences. And here you can see that they have no flags on the back compared to the Baccus. And you can see the detail. I'll try and show you a little bit more what you're looking at here. Maybe I'll switch it up to a different pose. We've got our Ashigaru spear. You can see the size difference between the two. Also you can see the damage. A spear broken here. And the differences in the flags. Baccus are definitely beefier than the 2D6, but I will make the comment that I believe that the 2D6 are definitely a lot more fragile than the Baccus when it comes to spears, the flags, legs, swords. So we can switch to a different one. We'll take a look at units that have a lot of banners and flags and the spears. Again, you see the size difference between the two. Again, on the left is your 2D6. On your right is your Baccus. Now for a final group here, we've got our cavalry. This is pretty obvious size-wise, looking at the horses, how different they are. But you can also tell from the soldiers on the horses there, the size. Let me just spin this around so you can see the other side as well. So you can see that there's two different poses here for the 2D6 compared to the Baccus. The cavalry for the 2D6 are a little odd. As you can see, this front horse here, the front legs are actually not touching the base. I'm assuming that the horse is maybe leaping or jumping something. It's on all the bases here. There's not like legs missing. Over here, you can see that there's a leg that's actually not touching the base. You can straighten that out and try and get it glued down, but it's not very stable. And definitely this cavalry unit here is just supported on the two legs. I'll admit I'm not a fan of that. The Baccus cavalry are all four legs are the horses' legs are all on the ground, and I think they're definitely a better group of castings there and models. So there you go. There's a look at the two companies, their samurai lines. Switch back out to the Ashigaru spear. I'll admit, if you're interested in a review of both of them, I'm not a fan of the 2D6. I appreciate the beefiness, the better support of the Baccus spears and the horses. I found that a lot of the 2D6 were spears and swords were broken, and a lot of the flags and that were very brittle on their backs. But if that's there is good detail on the 2D6, so if that's what you're looking for, that's the size you're looking for, then there you go. Go for it. But I think I'm going to be going with the Baccus 6mm. Yeah. So there's a look at both companies' samurai, and yeah, let me know what you think, and if you have differing opinions, or if you have even another manufacturer that might be a different one to look at. I've not looked at the 10mm. I used to have the 15mm 2-Dragon Samurai, but years ago chose not to go with that. But gonna give this Baccus line a go. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.